Hello, my little dragonettes. I'm back with another ramble. And today we are talking about a Gothic story. And if anybody knows what Gothic means, you get a cookie. If not, Gothic tales usually are about a mysterious old house with a female lead who is very much lost and confused in why mysterious old house is doing mysterious old house things. Usually ghosts are involved. Rebecca is a decent example of a Gothic novel. Northanger Abbey is supposed to be a parody of Gothic novels. I know I read that one once, a long time ago. It's on my list of things to read this year. So you might get a ramble on that one. Do I have any other Gothic novels? I know I like a good one. So when I How to Sell a Haunted House is implied to be a Gothic novel, which is kind of interesting given its modern setting and not in the past. But that is currently on a pause because, unfortunately, even though I like me a good Gothic novel, How to Sell a Haunted House may end up being a did not finish because I do not like the stuff that is going on before the spooks happen, and I'm waiting for the spooks to happen. You're giving me whatever. I'm not here to ramble about How to Sell a Haunted House when I haven't even finished it. I'm rambling about Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. Oh, do I have any other Gothic novels up? No. Oh, there was a recent movie that's a Gothic one. It's the one with the red ghosts. House on Haunted Hill is a good. Haunting of Hill House. Haunting of Hill House is a not Gothic novel. Turning of the Screw, which is Blind Manor if you've watched the TV adaptation. But yep. Okay. Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This one is again a highly recommend to read or listen, especially if you like Gothic novels. Will this be on my personal hoard? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I have other books that I want more, like Iron Widow, Kaiju Preservation Society, and The Fox Wife. I want more than what I would probably reread those over Mexican Gothic. Usually because once you read a Gothic horror, you kind of know what the ghosts are, so they're not as scary. Also, I love Noemi. Before I start, I may accidentally call Noemi Naomi, even though I know they're two separate names. But every once in a while, I'm gonna talk, and I'm gonna actually say Naomi instead of Noemi, just because my brain is stupid like that. But Noemi is not your typical Gothic heroine. She is not shy or demure or quiet, but she is the Bella. She's just a party girl. She loves parties. She smokes. She loves to look good. She wants to be the center of attention. She likes boys. She's not afraid to have sex. It's not like there is no mention of it, but it is implied that she's had sex before. She doesn't date for long, and it's usually, it's just flings, not very long term. So she's actually not even though she's the female lead, she is not the one who is the demure one. That is her cousin, who is the reason why the whole story is happening is her cousin's the one suffering from the spooks of the house. And she has to go in and be like, okay, why is this happening? What's going on? Do I need to pull my cousin out of here and save her? Because whatever's going on in this house is making her sick. And she's the one who had she's the one who loves all the fairy tales, the cousin. Noemi just listened to her. Noemi wasn't really much of a... no, Noemi liked fairy tales, but she was more grounded in realities. Either way, I will do my best to not spoil anything, but if I make a mistake and I end up spoiling it, I'm sorry, but that's on... so if I do, I'm sorry. You can yell at me in the comments for that later. I do spoil, but I will try my best not to, because yeah, this is definitely a mystery that you want to read and have it kind of laid out for you. The way that the house is written is very, very well done. It paints a very old, dilapidated house that is essentially, instead of being held up by a paper clips, gun, and a prayer, it is literally being held up by mold, which, as someone who's had construction background and lives in a very humid location, the mention of mold in almost every room just kind of yeah, that's like a physical just kind of want to put on like one of those heavy duty masks and just go in with like a tear down all the wallpaper. And actually at this point I'm like, just tear down the whole house. So there are reasons for said mold, and it is for one, the family has no money. It's fallen on hard times. One of the main reasons why they married Noemi's cousin is because they hoped that Noemi's the cousin is essentially an orphan who was raised by Noemi's family. Noemi's family is rich, so they were hoping to use the cousin to kind of get the money to help rebuild the family, rebuild the house, reopen a silver mine, which is really where the money started coming from. And two, this is a slight spoiler, but it's not really mold. It's fungi, like mushrooms. And, obviously, 3, the spook factor of a house that's falling apart and being covered in mushrooms. Okay, that sentence is a spoiler. No. No, that is spoiler. Okay, so there was a bit of an intent. I did mention that it being mushrooms. I will say this: after we learned that it's mushrooms, I was just like, Noemi, you smoke. You have a lighter. Lighter plus fungi equal burn everything. She did deliver on that. Unfortunately, it's been a while since I read this. I listened to it, but I don't remember if the lighter was involved in the burning of everything or if it was another method of fire, but yeah, fire is a thing. Okay, so there was more. This was fun. The creepy old house isn't the only thing that is horror in this book. The family, the old family that lives in it, with the exception of like one character, everyone, you just are like, ew, get away from me. The patriarch and the husband of the cousin are both lecherous, misogynistic, and it is very much a patriarchal. I am the male. I am the house. You know, I rule the house. You, everybody, including the women, especially the women, are all subservient to me. Um, oh God, eugenics plays a part in this story as well, and yeah, okay, bigoted, racist, eugenics, misogynistic. He is a rapist. He is a lecher, and yeah, there's body horror in here. So if you like body horror, or if body horror is, then you'll definitely love this one. But if body horror is a turn off, then yeah, avoid this one. There is body horror. Um, if any of the things that I just said are any turnoffs, then by all means, feel free to ignore this. Uh, the even the safe character from this house has moments that you're just like, are you? I. There is a there is actually a mostly happy ending. I will say that. But there is, I like the fact that Sylvia leaves us with the yeah, so we have a happy ending, but how are we gonna move on from this? Do we just like cover it up and just go about our day and pretend it never happened? Um, it, this happened. We have a happy ending, but this happened. How are we gonna live with this? So, yeah, it's a either way. Again, this is a recommend. A very very heavy. Do read this, please. Again, there are the warnings that I gave you. There is body horror. There is a lot of misogyny, a lot of there is no implied rape. It is a fade to black, but I'm pretty sure Noemi was raped. But yeah, there's a lot of things that would trigger people in this book. So I would recommend taking a look at the list of triggers. But if you can handle triggers, and if the triggers do not turn you off, that Mexican Gothic is one that I really recommend that you should read. So, anyways, adios, my little dragonettes. I will see you in the next one.